my dad kind of laid out all of these instruments for me, and I was about 6 years old at the time. And I was thinking in my head, there's no way I'm going to do the same thing as that guy.
So yeah, in a pandemic, what keeps you going right now?
Yeah, so I think it's been a universally difficult year for, not only musicians, but artists and people in general. So while there has not obviously been a surplus of opportunities for any of us, it's kind of comforting to know that we're all in the same boat in what we are experiencing right now. So for me, I've just been trying to look inwards over the past year and just try to find comfort and peace in my own artistic process. So even though I'm not able to play with other musicians right now, I've been doing a lot of playing on my own and trying to become more comfortable just being a self-sufficient musician, if you will.
Nice. I've noticed you've been posting some stuff on social media of you playing, which has kind of become a stage for many people, right?
Right.
Do you think about that differently than if you were playing live?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the social media thing, like posting on Instagram and Facebook is difficult because in a lot of ways it's so oversaturated because every artist right now is trying to do something similar and they're trying to put themselves out there and their art and their work out there. So the way I guess that I'm going about thinking about all of it is, just trying to be as organic as possible, which is difficult on social media, but trying to put something out there and letting it be in the world and hoping that, it resonates with one person. And if I can just make one day or one person's day a little bit better right now, then that's good enough for me. So when I talk about playing with my dad, it's a hard question or answer to give because it's kind of like doing anything else in your everyday life. This is something that I've been doing since I was a little kid, since I was about 3 or 4 years old. So in a lot of ways, when it's happening in the moment, I'm not really thinking about it. It's just like doing anything else in day-to-day life. But on a larger level, I think that I'm very blessed to be able to have the opportunity to make music with someone who I have such a close relationship to. And I think that when it comes to playing together, there's something to be said about that and that relationship and how it translates to the music. So yeah, I think it's a special thing for sure.
Oh, that's beautiful. Why clarinet?
Why clarinet? That's a good question. So when I was younger, my dad kind of laid out all of these instruments for me, and I was about 6 years old at the time. And I was thinking in my head, there's no way I'm going to do the same thing as that guy. And the clarinet was there, and for whatever reason, I was drawn to it. I liked the physicality of the instrument. I liked the way that it looked aesthetically. And so as a young kid, you're not really, I think, super conscious of the decision you're making in those terms at the time. But as I grew older and I continued my musical journey, I just decided that this was the instrument that I wanted to put my artistic voice into. And I like it because it's a very unique instrument. I think that there's a lot of things that can be done on the instrument in terms of playing in the jazz realm that haven't been done yet. And so I like the idea of that, trying to do something new on this instrument.
Did you play a lot with your dad growing up?
Yeah, I did play a lot with my dad growing up. I mean, that was kind of my first teacher in a lot of ways. I think at the time, maybe I didn't accept him fully as a teacher, but his influence was definitely always there for me. And so, some of my first duets were played with him on saxophone and me on clarinet. And I remember, I think one of the first songs that I ever learned was St. Thomas by the great Sonny Rollins. And so, it's interesting how those things and those memories and experiences stick with you even 20 years later, right? So yeah, I think that playing with my dad, just growing up and doing duets and, by osmosis, learning a lot of things from him, I think that had a huge impact on me.
Yeah. But is there anything that inspires you or anything you'd like to share with people at a time right now or?
Okay. Let me see. So what inspires me? It's a difficult question because it's so open-ended, and I think that the answer is going to be different for everyone. For me, especially over this past year, I think a big thing has been trying to look inwards. And so, as corny as that sounds, I think that a lot of my inspiration has come from looking within and trying to be comfortable or trying to get comfortable with the process of artistry and playing music without other people around. So I've been trying to, if that makes sense, draw inspiration from myself. And I think that comes from just trying to be an honest artist and also being kind to oneself. So that's what I would say.